Hello everyone, welcome to Video Gaming Over 40. I'm your host VGO, and we're going to go ahead and do part 4 of our Let's Play of the Dwarves as I take these wonderful individuals on the adventure of their lives and unfortunately get them killed a lot. So, if you recall, we have to go ahead and get to the Dwarven Kingdom. So, let's go.
That was fun! What's next?
Boindil looks at you, and the sparkle in his eyes goes out.
We are both very sorry about what happened here, Tungdil.
You told me, Cynthia said. I convinced myself, but...
You gulp and turn away from your friends.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody I loved got slaughtered. Which would make a dwarf want to shave his head and take the Slayer oath, but I don't know what we're going to do here. I do know this. We're going to make active use of that pause menu from now on. And hopefully, that and the fact that I'm playing this on very easy, I won't die half a dozen times.
Ha! That's what I call a goodly challenge. Cover me.
Not a good idea if you want to go on living, dwarf.
You've got quite a big mouth for someone who sounds like a girl.
You are Andikai, the Tempestuous, right?
Correct. And you are Tungdil, Lot Yonan's charge.
Oh. Okay.
Honorable Mager, what news of Lot Yonan? Does he live?
Andikai looks at you in silence, pain and rage slowly spreading across her face.
He is dead, Tungdil. Along with Myra, Turga, and Sabora. Nod-On killed them all, and destroyed the Council of Magi.
The certainty of their death is painful. It feels as though someone has just torn your insides out.
He killed their best pupils, too. And now he's the unchallenged Magus in Girdlegard.
It was you, wasn't it, that attacked them with the lightning? Were you any more successful than we were?
Andikai shakes her head.
He defied everything I threw at him. All of my skills. In vain. I soon realized he was superior to me, but I wanted to buy you some time.
Your companion, won't he sit with us and introduce himself?
Yes! Hey, you up there! Can you even hear us with that bucket on your head?
Jeroen is mute, and he won't do you any harm unless I command him to. And as long as you treat him with courtesy, dwarf.
Boindil seems to briefly weigh up his chances against the two of them.
I decide when I'm courteous. Just don't get in my way. And the orcs are mine!
Nodon's famula said that he had changed the magical fields, but you still seem to be able to use them.
Andikai smiles.
I'm not quite as benevolent as the other Magi. My god Samusin is the god of balance. He loves the darkness as much as the light, which means I can use both. But my powers aren't unlimited. It is difficult for me to store and use this altered magic. We should avoid confrontation as much as possible.
Oh, I guess you're rolling with us.
What happened? How could he defeat the Council of Magi?
Nudin called us to Parista, under the guise of reinforcing the barrier against the perished land. Instead, he tricked us, took control of most of our powers and attacked us. I cut him down with my sword, but he rose again and impaled me with his staff. All I can remember after that is the sound of fighting, destruction, and cries of death.
How did you survive?
Jeroen, Nudin had forgotten he was with me in Parista. He found me, tended to my wounds and brought me out of the city to safety until I could summon up enough power to heal myself.
And Lot Yonan?
When Jerun carried me away, he was frozen in stone, like a statue. To my knowledge, the spell cannot be reversed.
You nod slowly. You don't have the strength to say anything else right now.
What will you do now?
Leave this place. I'm not so foolish as to believe that I could restrain the perished land or nod on. Why should I stay here?
Foolish, no! But cowardly!
You're on your way to the kingdom of the Secondlings, right? Then I will accompany you and leave Girdlegard by the High Pass.
We'll need all the help we can get. Nodon will have a lot worse in store for us than just orcs.
The Mager nods in agreement. Then she looks pensively at your rucksack.
Your rucksack? Why did Nod On want it?
I wouldn't lie. Even if she is gonna betray me, which I don't know, but my character wouldn't lie. I don't think this dwarf would lie.
I was taking some objects to Goren, one of Lot Yonan's family. He was murdered at Greenglade by an elf. There were books lying next to his body, which he was planning to send to Turga the Fairfaced.
May I see them?
You nod, take the books out of your rucksack, and hand them to her. She goes through the letter and the books, one after another, without showing any sign of emotion. Finally, she closes the last of the books.
Is that all? They are only sagas and travelogues from the Outer Lands, which tell of legendary creatures and myths. I don't know why they should be of interest to Nod On.
There must be something in them that's important to him. He destroyed a whole village for them, and the vaults.
Possibly. I'll study the books. But let's sleep now. Jerun can keep watch. We are still being followed.
Oh, that's good to know. So I'm rolling with a girl that's true neutral. Alright, she's at my party. Alright, we're gonna go the straight route. Oh, we are we? These are orcs. 2 orc hordes are following us. Oh, this might be a better idea. Watch this. Oh, they're gonna head us off right there. Oh.
The path leads you through a ravine. The army is too big for you, and even if you could defeat them, the battle would take up too much time. So you decide to march through the night to increase the distance between you and them. The forced march is strenuous, but you manage to evade the horde.
Oh my goodness. Alright. Yeah, let's take this road.
In the afternoon, you have put out a plate of food for the night every evening since Jerun and Andakai joined you on your journey, but still none of you have seen him eat. You decide to pay particular attention to him this evening, to try and find out what is under the helmet. Andakai is sitting not far from the giant, studying the books.
Have you found anything useful yet?
She looks up at you.
You think I will stay and fight if there is a spell in the books that might defeat Nod On?
Yours is the god of balance. Don't you see it as your duty to create a balance between light and dark?
Instead of answering, Andakai rubs her eyes and closes the books.
It's too dark to study. Let's see what tomorrow brings.
Disgruntled, you watch the Mager as she walks over to her bed for the night. Your eyes fall upon Jerun and the plate at his feet, on which not a crumb of food is left.
Sneaky. He's obviously a homunculi of some type. Alright. I'm not gonna get fancy with these orcs.
You can already see the oasis a day's journey away, but in the glimmer of the midday sun, you're not sure whether it might not just be a mirage. But the twins are convinced that there is a village here, and the prospect of a roof over your heads for the night keeps you going.
There's an orc
The
horde
nearer
behind
you
us.
get to the oasis, the more the uneasy feeling grows that something's not right. It's too quiet, and you don't see any movement. Once you enter the village, your fears are confirmed. Your enemies have already been here.
Oh gosh. Well, here we go. This is gonna be our first fight with our new companions. Maybe. Can I talk? Oh, nice. That comes in handy. Well, we're not sneaking up on anybody with you there, big guy.
Where is everyone?
Hello? Anyone here?
You all jump. You look angrily at Boindil, who shrugs his shoulders in apology.
Anyone around here? Let's check up the top. Nothing. At least we can get a good look at everything. Well, no bodies like at the elf encampment. Oh,
This
I
whole
spoke
thing
too
is
soon.
probably a trap. We should...
Welcome to Pasnar. I'm sure the citizens would greet you themselves, if they could.
You recognize the elf immediately. You saw him with the leaders of the orcs, and he appeared to you in a dream after Greenglade. Or no, not in a dream.
Sintharas.
So we meet again, Tungdil. What do you think of my work in the vaults? It was a nice start, wasn't it?
An eerie smile sets on Sintharas's lips.
Wonderful. I can see the hatred in your eyes. Come on. Come and get your revenge.
okay. Alright. I can't use you? Oops. Oh, I guess you can't use any items. Alright. Let's start the fight. Are we really just gonna fight him? Alright, here we go. Alright. Now. Let's see. Let's launch these dudes.
Yes?
You're doing good. Let's blast these dudes.
What is it?
You're already
Now
doing
you've got me
anything.
interested.
Oh gosh. Alright. What is that? Okay. Let's do that.
Too easy! Who's next?
Alright.
What is it?
You're doing good. Let's do that.
And what now?
You can't do nothing. How about that?
Yes?
Alright. He's way over there. And that's our job, is to kill him. So...
Yes?
Now you've got me interested. What a waste of time.
Another one bites the dust.
And I didn't even take off my
I didn't hit
gloves.
you very hard.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way. you dwarves.
He hardly put up a
Come here.
fight.
Come here.
Huh? Huh?
You're doing fine.
What is it?
No. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's do this one again.
Uh-huh.
Yes?
All right. Let's go.
And I didn't even take off my gloves.
Where is he? Where'd he go? Oh, he left him. All right. Let's see. You do that.
And what now?
Is he right up there? Yeah, he's up there. All right. Get on up there.
Now you've got me interested.
What is it? Huh?
Yes.
Right. You're doing fine. What is orcs up there? Yeah,
Understood.
go back.
Too easy. What is it?
All right.
Yes, yes, soon.
All right. Where'd he go? Oh, he's right there.
No chance. Now you've got me interested.
Oh yes. Yes.
Uh-huh.
All right. Hit him.
Yes?
Hit him.
I didn't make you very hard.
What a waste of time.
Oh, you nailed him. Nice.
Too easy.
Huh?
Hi. He landed right there, didn't he? Beautiful.
Huh? On my way.
And again.
Yes.
And what now?
Can you jump? I want you to jump on top of him. Can you jump up there? Can you jump up there? I think that's good.
What is it?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yes? What is it?
Yes.
Huh? Huh?
All right, we're gonna go.
No chance.
Very hard.
Oh yes. Got him. Got him.
Retreat! Back! Why are you here? And how can you possibly still use magic?
The one person your master left living is the one you would least like to have as an enemy. Go on, little Alf. Flee.
Your magic saved you this time. But next time, I'll be prepared.
I've had enough of fighting. It's about time we head to your home.
I've had enough too. But we've got several days in the desert ahead of us before we can enjoy a cold beer.
The longer we talk about it, the later we'll get to our beer. Let's go.
All right. If you guys just start with this one, with part 4, you're gonna think I know what I'm doing. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Oink oink. Oh, I like that. All right. We're gonna get there. Am I missing something? Oh, there's another one right there. There.
You've been traveling through the desert for days. The sand is simply everywhere. In your shoes, under your clothes, in your mouths. Even the makeshift cloth that you've wrapped around your heads is of little help.
Okay.
With the last of the energy you can muster, you finally leave the 40-mile-wide sandbar that separated you from Ogre's death. It is as if you've passed through an invisible wall when the raging wind and sand suddenly falls silent. In front of you, an enormous massive towers into the sky, the Blue Range. The slopes cast long shadows over Ogre's Death Fortress, which nestles in the spurs of the mountain. Even from this distance it looks impressive, with its 4 defensive terraces, one above the other. The anticipation of entering a real dwarven city for the first time grows with every step, and you feel the power returning to your limbs. You've almost done it.
Almost. Oh, nice.
My High King, you have called me to succeed you to the throne. Here I stand before you.
Well, before you are chosen as the successor to the High King, hear, King Gandagar, the challenges that await you. Hordes of orcs are rampaging through the north and the west, and the perished land is stirring. It would seem that the Magi cannot sustain the barriers.
This gives us an excellent opportunity to attack the last elves in Alandor. They are weakened. The perished land afflicts them. Let us wipe out the traitors once and for all.
Yes, right. Exactly.
Hear, hear.
Madness. What are you talking about?
I do not recognize you, King Gandagar, in what you are saying. The elves are inhabitants of Girdlegard. Has your hatred for them clouded your senses to the point that you wish to ignore the words of our god?
Belendelin's gaze falls, as if incidentally, on the King of the Fourthlings' advisor.
Or is someone giving you bad advice?
On the contrary, it was Bislipper who finally supplied me with the proof. A report titled How the Fiflings Lost the Gate. It was the elves that poisoned the brave Fifling warriors in their stronghold. A devious disease spread by the pointy ears in the shafts of the Grey Range.
Impossible.
I always knew it.
Treason.
I don't believe
They should
that.
pay for it.
Get to the point again.
Enough! Don't be so short-sighted! We are talking about the safety of Girdle Guard. We must reach out and forge a large coalition with the elves. Yes, and even with the Thirdlings, if we are to defeat the perished land.
My High King! You cannot be serious!
Drivel from a dwarf who has grown too old in his post. Are we not here to choose a new High King? We have waited long enough.
It would seem you will have to wait a little bit longer. The second aspirant has arrived. Our guests must be tired from their long journey. The meeting is adjourned till tomorrow.
So, I'm going to be king. Interesting. First thing I want you guys to do is work on black powder weapons. And get me some armor.
But why do you think that I...
Everything will become clear. I've had a room prepared for you. Before you take to your bed, please pay the High King and I a visit in the throne room.
What about all the stuff that's happened? Did you give him a good report? Alright. Alright, I have to enter the throne room? You guys want to talk?
Ah, Your Highness.
Heir apparent? What do you know? Spit it out.
A slight expression of guilt flits briefly across Boindill's face, but he's soon back to his old self.
A scholar as High King has something to it. You'll certainly have our votes, that's for sure.
Boindall nods in agreement.
As High King, you could unite the kingdoms and get them to do battle against Not On.
You look at your friends and aren't really sure whether they are trying to pull your leg or not.
I can't be High King. I got all my knowledge from books, and you're pulling my leg, right?
The twins' grins grow ever wider, and it would seem they can hardly contain themselves.
Just talk to High King Gundrabur and Belendalin. They will explain everything.
High King Gundrabur seems... well...
Old? He is ancient. Even by Dwarvish standards. He has been old for as long as I can remember.
Belendalin has taken care of most matters for dozens of cycles. But Gundrabur always has the final word. His mind is younger than all of ours, I tell ya.
Belendalin should become High King. I was there when a runt took his arm. He still managed to kill half a dozen of them afterwards. What fighting spirit! We had to drag him off the battlefield.
The law requires that a firstling or a fourthling must be chosen as the new king of all dwarves. And, as the firstlings didn't turn up...
For the first time you have the chance to appreciate the beauty of the place. You suddenly forget what you wanted to say.
I've never seen such masterful masonry. To be honest, I didn't even know that stone could be worked in such a way.
Ha ha ha! The secondlings are the best masons of all the kingdoms. That's how Fracas made us. Well, he made some of us into warriors, too.
Boindall glances at his brother, and he laughs with satisfaction while looking around the hall himself.
I think I'll continue to look around.
Don't get lost. And tonight, we will finally drink a lovely dark ale in the glowing anvil.
Sure. I'll look
You
down
can't
to
see the
abyss.
bottom. When the secondlings named the Blue Range their home, there was nothing here but hard rock and a few small caves. Fantastic.
Alright, is my girl around here? Oh, they look like they're blocking the way. What's this? Enter the chamber. Maybe I should just enter the throne room.
Tungdil, come closer.
The power that the old High King radiated when he called the assembly to order has drained away from him. His body is sunken in the throne, but his eyes are alert and interested as he looks at you.
The lost son returns to his people. Thank Vracus. Tell us what you learned on your journey.
You describe your adventure down to the smallest detail. Neither the king nor his advisor interrupts you. From time to time they nod, as though they were already aware of certain facts. Their brows become more furrowed with every passing minute. When you are finished with your story, you also have some questions.
Game is being played here.
Gandagar, as king of the Fourthlings, is to supersede me as High King, but his mind is poisoned with hatred towards the elves. He would probably win a war against them, but he would weaken us, and Girdlegard would not be helped by this. I was hoping for a great coalition with the elves, and even with the Thirdlings. I would have given anything to start the negotiations. In times of great need, only the common goal can count.
And which role have you planned for me?
Well, with you as a second aspirant, certain possibilities of protocol open up to us.
I don't want to appear ungrateful, and I'm happy to finally be among my people, but I will not ascend the throne. I hardly know anything about our customs and laws. Everything that I know, I have learned from books that Lot Yonan gave me. There must be more suitable heirs than me.
Your renouncement honors you, but to be honest, you never had a claim. To stop Gandagar, we had to stall for time.
Lot Yonan helped us with our little story. We don't even know if you are a Fourthling.
The king's advisor misinterprets your unbelieving gaze and quickly adds,
We're only being as deceitful as goblins for one solitary reason: to stave off possible harm to our people.
You feel as though you've been hit in the stomach. If this is true, not only have you lost your newly found kingdom, but Master Lot Yonan also didn't see it as necessary to inaugurate you in the conspiracy.
Why is Gandagar so full of hatred towards the elves?
His father and brother were murdered by elves. At least that's what's claimed.
No one knows the truth, just as no one knows how true this report about the Fifthlings is. But isn't it strange that this letter has turned up now, just when it can play into the hands of the elf-haters? Many dwarves' hatred towards the elves is great, perhaps even greater than their honesty.
I understand why you want to prevent a High King Gandagar. He will be blind to our real problems.
Gandagar's only liability is that he lets Bislipper whisper dark thoughts in his ear. The advisor is the problem, not the king.
A problem that I am fortunate enough not to have.
The High King smiles weakly at his advisor.
Gandagar is a good dwarf and a good king, and I am certain he could also be a good High King if he was free of Bislipper's lies and false advice.
Your plan has a flaw. Even if I were to line up, I couldn't win. No one on the council will vote for me.
You don't have to win.
Belendalin points to the Steelies in the throne room.
It's written in our laws that the High King can oppose an heir if he isn't elected unanimously. He can then demand a duel or a contest in order to determine the winner.
Such a contest could take weeks, if not months, and it would win us some time.
What kind of contest would you have us compete in? Gandagar is surely superior to me in many things.
Everyone in the council will write a task on a piece of paper, and from them, the contest will be drawn.
And this only once you have made a speech, and have won over as many as possible in the council to your side. The more sympathetic the council is towards you, the higher the chances of a contest that fits your abilities.
Speech? You're beginning to like this whole thing less and less.
Is this really the best for our people? If you cannot dissuade Gandagar from carrying out his plans, it could end in a fraternal war.
Don't worry. We'll open up his eyes and he will recognize the malice of his feigned friend. We just need time, and you must gain it for us.
No, I'd go.
All right then. I'm ready to do it. But I will need all of your support.
You can be certain of it, Tungdil.
Belendalin smiles at you encouragingly.
You say Andakai may have found a way to defeat Nodon, and she suspects that the Magus is possessed by a demon from the outer lands. It may be possible to kill this demon with an axe called Keenfire. I have commissioned armor that is worthy of a prince.
All right.
It will be delivered to your chamber by sunrise.
I like that.
You say goodbye with a queasy feeling in your stomach. You always thought that you were articulate, but the prospect of having to make a speech in front of the large council doesn't exactly fill you with elation.
Okay, what? Look at the Vraka statue.
Vrakas, who made the dwarves of stone, has himself been hewn from stone by these self-same dwarves. A masterly piece of work, like one of which only the masons of the secondlings can still accomplish today.
Oh, okay.
The coal fire is lit when the kingdoms meet for council. It has lain dormant much too long, until it was finally lit again a few days ago.
Well, I can already guess that I probably want to do a blacksmithing challenge if I get a chance to pick. Alright. You guys want to talk?
Ah, Tungdil, what is it?
The High King and his advisor don't know where I come from either. But they only want to use me to delay Gandagar's coronation and ultimately prevent war with the elves.
Whatever happens, we will stand by your side, Scholar.
You're not sure whether the moral support of your friends will be much use in a contest with Gandagar, but it feels good not having to go through the whole thing on your own.
I think I'll continue to look around.
Don't get lost. And tonight, we will finally drink a lovely dark ale in the glowing anvil.
Can I go this way? Hey guys. No. Alright. And it doesn't look like I can go that way either. So, let's go check out my chambers. Let's go check out my chambers for the new king.
Andakai, what is it?
I came to return these books to you, Tungdil. Luckily, I was able to make sense of most of it.
You observed how the Maga took time to study the books during your escape.
They are records from the Outer Lands, They tell of demonic beings from barren ground who can take possession of humans and invest them with great power.
Immortality, for example?
The Mager nods seriously.
They speak of an axe forged by the undergrounders called Keenfire. It is said to have the power to cut through the flesh and bone of the living and completely destroy the demonic spirit deep within their soul.
So you think a demon from the Outer Lands has taken possession of Nudin?
He looked very different when I encountered him in Parista, and he rose from the dead even though you cut off his head. That can't be explained purely through the power of the perished land.
And he wanted to prevent these books from falling into our hands. That would only make sense if Keenfire had the power to defeat him. Do you know these undergrounders?
I have never heard of the undergrounders, but I've been to the Outer Lands before.
It must be terrible. The hordes of Tion have marched from there against our strongholds for thousands of years.
It's not as bad as you think. It is certainly safer than a land in which a magus possessed by a demon is on the loose.
Where is this Keenfire?
I don't know if this weapon was ever forged. It requires rare materials and masterful craftsmanship. The purest, hardest steel, stone barbs decorated with runes, a hilt of Sigurdaisy wood, inlays made of all the noble metals, the blades studded with diamonds, smithed in the hottest forge.
We are dwarves. We have the most talented craftsmen.
And you have the Sigurdaisy wood. It is amongst the objects in your rucksack, which is fortunate as there are no more Sigurdaisies in Girdlegard. But even if you manage to forge the axe, it might all be just a fairy tale. It's too little to wager our lives on.
That's what I'm going to have to do for my task. I'm going to have to forge this axe.
We can get all the missing materials, as well as a gem cutter, here in the stronghold. After all, Gandagar and his fourthlings are here. A stonemason from the secondlings, and I can smith.
The Mager looks at you thoughtfully, and for a short time it seems as though your enthusiasm is rubbing off on her. But then she says,
I wish you good luck, Tungdil.
You still want to leave Girdlegard, but what will happen to your realm and all the other realms?
I admire your optimism, my friend, but it isn't wise to stand in the way of a rolling stone. I don't wish to give up my realm, but I would only be prolonging the suffering unnecessarily.
But
you don't want to let the last Mager in Girdlegard go. Unfortunately, you can't think of anything that could cause her to stay.
Many thanks, Honourable Mager, for all that you have done.
Oh, hello. Oh, goodbye. Oh man, she was good too. Oh, mushroom and cheese platter.
A variety of cheeses, pickled cave mushrooms, toasted vault moss, and some smoked sausage. Mmm.
The intense smell of the cheese makes your mouth begin to water.
Okay.
Sigurdaisy wood. Very rare. I guess Lot Yonan wanted it to examine or experiment with.
Or he knew that I was going to need to make an axe. Should I tell people about the wood? Nah, I think I'm going to go to bed.
You are looking forward to the first proper bed for weeks. You undress and lie down. Before you know it, your eyes close and you fall asleep. When your new armor is brought to you the next morning, you can hardly believe your eyes. However, as a smith, you can't stand the fact that you haven't contributed anything to it, and decide to add some inlays.
Nice.
Even one who wears the armor of a prince can still be a farrier underneath it, don't you think, Tungdil Bolafar?
Ugh. This guy needs a smack.
What are you doing in here?
Ignoring your question, Bisliper eyes you very exactly before he speaks.
So, you want to be one of our kingdom? A foundling brought up by a wizard? One wouldn't think it possible. And I don't think it possible either. There is no proof of your origin, and Gandagar's the council on his side. Why don't you spare yourself the disgrace and just not turn up in front of the council? Put your scheme to bed, and we will take you into our kingdom. We will give you everything you need your whole life long. In exchange, you support Gandagard instead of challenging him.
And what if I don't withdraw my candidacy?
You wish to stand against your own king? A stray dwarf offending a deserving leader such as Gandagar through his claim? No one in the Brown Range will like that. Prepare yourself for life as an outsider among the Fourthlings.
Proof? Oh, you mean like your letter that has been found after 1,000 cycles and makes the elves responsible for the fall of the Fifthlings?
It is no secret that the elves are deceitful. And what could possibly be more suited to get one over on us than letting the perished land in and presenting us as the scapegoat?
The elves have been displaced by the perished land and are now almost eradicated.
I said they are deceitful, not wise.
Children of the Smith cannot be silenced.
You are a dwarf, I confess, but no Fourthling can remember a dwarf child ever going missing.
And you know thousands of the Fourthlings personally, and know exactly where they live in the mountains, what they're planning, or what small tragedies take place in their lives?
You have a sense that all the long evenings in the library and debating with Lot Yonan weren't for nothing, as Bisliper struggles for a reply, then lets it go. You have had enough of this dwarf. He makes you feel uneasy, or worse still.
Get out!
A humanized bastard will not issue me orders.
Give him a headbutt.
Know your place, false dwarf.
That's cool.
Some of the gold has left a coin-sized mark on the back of your hand. It hurts, but you like the idea that a bit of the metal you love is now part of you.
Well, that's not sanitary. That's going to get infected.
The armor has been made by a master. Over the chainmail is steel plate, alloyed with gold in many places, which certainly appeals to you. There are also several decorative elements made of stone to honor its origin in the kingdom of the best stonemasons. You had just finished setting the last inlay, the seal of Lot Yonan, who brought you up and is gone, when Bisliper interrupted you.
Okay.
Goren found an answer to the threat. Keenfire. No matter how difficult it is to forge it, we must do it. We don't know of anything else that could injure a demon.
Alright. Can I put it on?
Not only is it worthy of a king and fits me like a glove, but it should also offer me additional protection in battle.
Yeah, that's really good. Oh, yes. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's much better. Alright. Now let's go form ourselves an axe.
That is why I, too, lodge a claim to the throne and why I think I am the more capable heir.
Thank you for your speech, Tungdil Bolafar. The council may now ask questions.
Why don't we start off with this guy?
Bislipper? Nothing you say will convince anyone here. You didn't grow up amongst us, and no one knows if you really are a fourthling. I do not believe there has ever been a more unworthy heir to the throne of the High King. You are just wasting our time.
Oh, that's the wrong thing to say. That's probably where.
Oh, I didn't know you were the spokesperson for everyone at this assembly, Bislipper. I had the impression that every dwarf is capable of forming their own opinion.
Absolutely.
Hear, hear!
He's right, you know.
Keep out of it, Bislipper.
Ha ha ha!
Yes, the dwarf from the Secondling Kingdom over there.
You say that a war against the elves would be madness. But how can such a young dwarf as you judge that? You've hardly seen anything of the world, has he?
If we attack the elves, we're no better than the Alfar. So our duty to protect Gildegard, including the elves. That's true. Let's do this one.
It is true. There is much that I only know from books. But it is written that it is our duty to defend and protect Girdlegard, and that includes the elves. And don't the elves have the same enemy as we do? They could stand by us in battle. Why should we play into the hands of the enemy by attacking them, rather than working against the enemy together?
That is true.
He's right. The words of a clever warrior. But the pointy ears hate us, and we hate them too.
What is it they say again? My enemy's enemy is my friend.
Alright.
Yes? Your question?
Just so I get this right, you want to forge a weapon that is described in a book of fairy tales from the perished land to kill a demon that none of us has ever seen?
I have most definitely seen it. Goimgar, Yellow Belly, Shimmerbeard.
Ooh. Andokai the Maga translated the text and thinks we might be able to kill the demon like this. I don't think they'll like the fact that I'm drawing in an outsider. I think this one might
No
be the
one knows for certain whether it is the solution, but does anyone have a better idea? We have to stop Nodon and the perished land.
That's true, but
It'll work out somehow.
We should discuss other possibilities first. I'm not convinced.
I have heard enough. The council has heard the words of both candidates and must now make its decision. Those of you who wish to see Tungdil Bolafar, the returning son from the Fourthling Kingdom, as my successor, raise your axe.
Raise them high, boys. Raise them high. There. Yeah. Wow.
And those who wish to see Gandagar Silverbeard from the Silverbeards, the king of the Fourthlings, as my successor.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Gandagar has received more votes.
very good. Ha ha!
Excellent.
Here's to Gandagar! Long live our new High King!
Not so fast.
However, the result was not unanimous, and as acting High King, I avail myself of my right to demand a contest between the aspirants.
What is this?
But he won the ballot.
It's the rules. The High King has the right to do so.
Respect! He is still the High King.
Silence!
You have heard the High King's command. Write down your challenge for the aspirants. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The one that masters this task first will become the High King. It is An expedition. The trial is to lead a group to forge the axe Keenfire in the Grey Range, which can then be used to fight against the Magus Nod On.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
An expedition into the perished land?
Ha ha! Brilliant! You can't be serious.
That's what I call a worthy challenge, don't you think?
Yep.
I call it luck, Scholar. Of all the challenges, Pt4 draws this one.
Yes. Luck.
All right. So now we know.
But, my king, don't demand this of me. Why me, of all people?
You are one of my best gem cutters, and I promise to support him. It should be a fair contest. Or should I break my word just because of you?
But...
You will go, Goemgar Shiverbeard. Do not put us to shame. Follow Tungdil's instructions. Go! And come back in good health.
And with that, our group is complete.
Who have you chosen as Mason?
Whoa, look at this big dwarf.
Good day, gentlemen.
Bavragar? The old drunkard?
Old drunkard? He assured me he's the best stonemason here. The High King himself sent him.
Well, I said I was precisely the stonemason you need. I didn't exactly say I was sent by the High King.
You let yourself be tricked by a drunkard.
I don't want him with us.
Rest assured, Boindil, I too could imagine better company. But Tungdil gave me his word.
Yes, I gave you my word. And as long as you are capable of doing the stonework needed for Keenfire, you are welcome. Girdlegard is at stake here.
I wish you no ill fortune, Tungdil, but also no good fortune. The throne belongs to me, and through my victory, Vracus will show the clans.
The task is clear to the contenders? The first to forge Keenfire and bring it back here has proven his abilities and will be our new High King to lead us in battle against Nod On.
It will take months to complete the task. The journey to the Fiflings alone is a long and dangerous business.
Dangerous, yes, but not necessarily long. Do you know the old tunnel system that connects the Dwarven kingdoms?
Tunnels are all well and good, but why should we get there so much quicker under the ground than over it?
A knowing smile plays on the mouth of the advisor.
Well...
Maybe they got some sort of tracks that you can ride something on. Maybe ride a cart on. We'll see. We'll see. I just am happy I got some armor. Wow.
Pretty impressive what our forefathers achieved here, isn't it?
The kingdoms all work together. If we do the same, nothing is impossible.
Hear, hear.
I still don't understand why you tricked me and why you were so set on coming with us.
I have been the Master of Stone for more than 200 sun cycles. My work is admired all over Girdlegard. There has never been a better secondling mason than me. But today, I don't want to be remembered as a drunkard with the chisel trembling in my hand, but as Bavragor Amethyst, undefeated Master of Stone who brought Keenfire to life. One last masterpiece.
Nice.
I hope you understand me asking, but there seems to be bad blood between you and Boindil.
It's nothing that will endanger our mission. We've just always hated each other.
Oh, of course.
There's more behind it than commonplace hatred.
Bavragor doesn't react. His gaze is directed towards events that took place a long time ago.
You really should rein in your drinking. We need you in good shape.
There are some who say I'm only the master of beer and not the master of stone anymore. But don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I can't forget, no matter how much I drink. I wonder why we haven't seen any sign of Gandagar recently. Perhaps they took a wrong turn somewhere. Oh, I'm sure we'll reach the Fifthling Kingdom before them.
We're not on the way to the Fifthlings. We are on the way to the Firstlings. We're probably already under the land of the Custodian.
The Firstlings? Why?
The Firstlings have been the best smiths in Girdlegard since the Fifthlings were wiped out. Only they can alloy Teonium and Palladium, which are actually mutually repellent. Anyway, we could use all the help we can get in the battle against Nodon, and...
Whoa, what was that? Oh, get together. I know what this is like. I take Metro to work all the time. Everybody alive?
Damn. Goimgar.
It burns!
We won't get further this way, Scholar. What now?
It's all your fault, you imposter. I was nearly killed, and for what?
It is good that you are still alive. We need you for our mission.
So you can steal a throne that doesn't belong to you?
Hatred glints in the gem cutter's eyes, and for a moment, you think he's going to attack you with the courage of desperation.
I'm not interested in the title of High King. I am trying to save Girdlegard. Even if you don't believe anything else, you must believe this.
I don't have to believe anything. I am here against my will. My own thoughts are my only remaining right.
Enough! Gather up all the materials we can still save. If we manage to reach the Firstlings, we can get anything we're missing there. And it should be less than 200 miles to their stronghold.
Gosh, 200 miles? Right.
After you have gathered together the materials, you begin to search for a way out. And after a sweaty climb, you reach a door adorned with runes. From here, you enter a large cave with a waterfall covering a sun-drenched opening. You walk through the waterfall one after another, and after the unintentional shower, you find yourselves in Wayan, near the enchanted realm of Oramira. You find yourselves on a plateau, and the river which falls as a waterfall here hides the entrance to the underground rail network. It then flows past a forest, behind which you can see a wall and tiled roofs. You check the map.
That must be Mithridatia. We'll go through the forest to the city and see if we can refresh our supplies and buy some ponies.
Alright. Alright. What's this? I want to do defense bonus or damage boost. I'm probably gonna say that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, it's a grip away, isn't it? All right. Can we go up this way? Or is it just the... it looks like it's just going to be this way. Alright. We'll check out what's going on with this town. And then we might call it an evening.
Boindale strikes up song during your hike. A short while later, Bavrigor joins in. But rather than actually singing along, he tries to outdo Boindil with his own songs. When he finally strikes up a love song, Boindil becomes absolutely livid. You take the stonemason to one side and ask him if he's doing it on purpose.
Of course I'm doing it on purpose. I'm gonna make him suffer the whole journey.
We can't go on like this. We can't fight amongst ourselves and save Girdlegard.
You take a short break before you dare breach the roots of the problem.
It's to do with a woman, right?
Not in the way you might think. Smeralda was my sister. A young thing of only 40 cycles.
Bavragor takes a large swig of his liquor before he continues.
She was almost as belligerent as Boindil, and she got it into her blockhead to stand by him in battle. A bad decision.
You can see the pain he is suffering in his eyes. You place a hand on his shoulder and put him under no pressure to carry on. The constant bickering between Boindil and Bavragor distracts you. Goimgar hears the clanking of armor first.
Something's coming!
Before you know it, the orcs are charging towards you over a hillside.
Really? Okay. I didn't even see them on the map. Yeah, we're not taking the gem cutter. That's fine. Let's start the fight. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they?
Yes? What is it?
Huh?
Huh? And what now?
Here, get up here, boys. You need to get.
Let's
into
go.
the fight. All right. Let's see. Let's give you guys a smack.
What is it? Huh?
Nope. Nope.
Who's next? What's up? Yeah, why not?
Huh?
Alright.
Yes?
Alright. Let's move
All
here.
right.
Deal.
Killed. What is it?
Alright, do I have to get to the exit? Is that what the goal is? That's the goal. I want to make sure I get to it. You don't have a lot of spells. Go ahead, keep moving.
Yes?
Huh? On my way. And what now? What's up?
Huh? On my way.
What is it? Ow! Another one to get into the dust.
Oh, there's a big guy right there. Alright. I think I'm supposed to just get out of here. So. Do a little jump.
Let's go.
Uh-huh.
Do these guys.
Yes? What is it? What's up? creature! And what now?
This one. Alright.
Huh?
I need to move here. I need to move here.
Kill!
Alright.
Yes?
Yes? Huh? He hardly put up easy. I didn't hit you very hard. And again.
Is that the exit? That's the exit right there.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Go that way.
Huh?
Do that.
What is it?
Go that way.
Too easy. Who's next?
Alright. Oh gosh. Really?
Yeah.
Alright. The other way, boys.
Yes?
Alright. Go that
Understood.
way.
What is it? Huh?
Going down.
What's up? Huh? Huh?
Push through, guys. Push through, boys. Push through, boys.
What is it?
Alright. You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Kill. I didn't hit you very hard. And again.
Go. Perfect.
Yeah? Of course.
Yes?
At once. What is it? As good as done. Trial creature. And again. And what now? What's up? Huh?
Should have moved.
He hardly put up a fight.
Okay, we gotta get in here. Hold on, guys.
Easy. Hey!
Alright. Hit this dude.
Yes? Huh?
Get out.
Yeah, where
Get in there. Alright. Yeah, blast that dude. You're doing great. Yeah, hit that guy.
Huh?
Other way.
Wild creature.
Other way. There we go. There must not
What
be
is
any
it?
enemies near the exit, of course. Of course.
Yeah?
Alright.
Yes?
Yes?
Good.
Huh? What's up? Huh? What is it? And again. What is it? Let's go.
Uh-huh.
Huh? And what now? Yeah? Ah! Kill! Ow! Another one bites the dust. Huh? Yes? Huh? Little piggies!
bit too much for you, was I?
And what now?
You stay right there. You stay right there.
Yes?
Alright. Yeah.
What is it? Huh?
Yeah?
Too easy!
There we go. There we go. Jack this dude up.
Huh?
Yes? And what now?
No, you can't get him. Here, finish him.
Uh-huh.
Just kill that dude. Goodness gracious. Alright, we did that. We did that. We got through that.
That was refreshing. Hey, here comes some more.
Let's...
3, 4, 5 or 6.
5 or 6? Oh, phew. He means 5 or 600.
Goimgar turns white as a sheet.
That's too many. To the city. Come on.
Yeah. Good idea. Good idea. Ooh, gold? What's this? A flawless pearl. Quite valuable. Okay. Alright. Let's get to the city.
You flee towards Mithridania, with Goimgar out ahead. The orcs at his back seem to have mobilized unimagined powers in him, and he reaches the gate first, hammering manically against it. He says something and scurries through a small gateway that has been opened to him. Moments later, you also reach the gate.
Get in, quickly!
You push your way through the gate as the first orc arrows slam into the wood next to you.
Whew. Made it through there. Now, how did those orcs know where we're going to come out? Traitors. Traitors in our midst. Traitors.
The other dwarf said we should bolt the gate behind him, but we could use all the help we can get when the orcs come.
That treacherous sissy, where is he?
Boendal and I will look for him. Boindil and Bavragor, help the city guards in any way you can.
You were certain the two of them wouldn't be much help in the search for Goimgar.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Everything okay? Look at the sound.
The fabulous Rodario.
Cometh, dear spectators, cometh and see! Let the Theatre Curiosum, with its star actor, the fabulous Rodario, the mysterious Nomora, and the genius Magister Technicus, Fergas, carry you off to another world. Now see and hear, dear spectators, the truth about Nudin the Knowledge Lusty, who disposed of the other Magi in a most horrifying way and plunged Girdlegard into disaster.
Girdlegard, it will be mine.
Oh my. What? Does nobody have my back? Can nobody see a dark elf in the city?
When you murdered Frala and the others.
To your horror, you realize that you can no longer talk. You feel a lump in your throat, and your eyes begin to burn, as images of the vaults and Cintharas appear in front of you.
I see that my first strike really hit you, groundling. Oh, how they screamed. If only you had been there to help them.
This creepy dude, I cannot wait till we put an axe in him.
Before you know it, you are overcome with hatred for those who destroyed your home and killed your loved ones.
By Fracas, I'm going to kill you.
You might try to. and I will take great pleasure in your attempt. Who shall I pick out next, Who amongst your traveling companions means the most to you?
Oh, please don't kill the gem
You don't
merchant.
want to take part in the Alf's game and keep your lips tightly sealed while you consider your means of escape.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
This
nice.
way!
Was that an elf?
If we're quick, we'll get that long ear yet.
Alarm! Alarm! The orcs are attacking! Come, we must defend the walls.
What?
Oh. We need to get that. We need to get that elf. Can I eat? Can I eat to restore? Automatically heals any joint journeys if available. No, I can't heal myself. Cause look, these guys are hurt from our previous battle. All right. Start the fight. Get up to the walls, boys. Get up to the walls, boys. Get to the walls, boys. Where are the walls? Oh, there's one.
What is it?
I cannot believe I just did that.
On my
What
way!
is it?
I just ran with my one character. Because these guys aren't
Yeah,
coming.
why not?
Alright. Destroy that ladder. Here you go.
Killed.
Good. Pause it. Destroy that ladder.
Yes?
You. Get up there. Yes.
As good as done.
You. Up.
I'm with you.
Yep, you too. You too. Up
Let's
there.
go. Yeah!
Huh? On my way.
What is it? All right. And what now? Yes, yes.
What's up?
Go this way.
Of course.
Yes?
Alright. Alright. Destroy that ladder. You. Destroy that
What is
ladder.
it? I'm with you.
Yeah, why not?
I didn't hit you very hard.
Huh?
What is it? And what now?
Yeah? Yes?
Yes?
Alright. We need to destroy this ladder.
Huh?
And you also need to destroy this ladder. You are gonna
What is it?
Boys, why is this ladder still up?
And what now?
Oh, there is another ladder over there. Alright.
I didn't hit you very hard.
What's up?
Alright, is that ladder destroyed? Good. Kill that guy.
Uh-huh.
Is there another ladder up here? No. No. Is there no ladder over there?
Take it personally.
He hardly put up a fight.
These guys are dead.
What is it?
Alright. Orcs, the pasture defense is 3. Alright. Alright, we got a mark right there.
Huh?
Can't get him. Alright, I can't get him. I think I can hit him like that.
Yes?
Alright. Everybody dead here? Everybody dead here? Yeah, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah. Good, 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 good. Good.
Very good. We're able to stop them.
What the?
Simple as. You wish it weren't so. But it is clear to you now that the city can no longer be saved.
To the side gate. It's our only chance. Yes?
Alright. Where's the side gate? Down there. Alright.
Understood.
What is it? As good as done.
Go.
Yes, yes.
Oh my. Alright. Let's clear this gate.
A bit too much for you, was I?
Yeah.
Huh?
Go.
On my way.
Huh? On my way!
Jump on down, boy. No.
Don't take it personally. What's up?
Yes?
Yes?
Out of the way.
Vile Who's next? And what now? Kill.
Alright, we're going down. We're going down.
Huh? What is it?
What are you doing?
Of course! Yeah!
Pow! Another one bites the dust.
What's up?
What are you doing over there, brother? We gotta get out of here.
It's locked. We have to open it somehow. Perhaps we can be of service, gentlemen.
Step aside.
Are you thieves?
Certainly not. We are artists. People with extraordinary talents. Say, friends, as you clearly mean to leave Mifadania too, would you have anything against us joining you?
Come along, you shape-shifting son of a gun. I know you. You are the fabulous Rodario. Why do you want to join us? Yeah,
The fabulous Rodario. Oh, an admirer of my skills? Who would have thought it? I am indeed the one and only fabulous Rodario. This worthy gentleman here is Fergus, the best Magister Technicus since human thought. And last but not least, the enchanting Namora, whose beauty makes the mayor's roses wither in envy. Perhaps we should discuss the rest when we are out of this mess.
Good idea.
We have a long and dangerous journey ahead of us. I don't think you really want to join us.
An epic and dangerous journey? That sounds like an adventure. And anyway, I have already seen that you know how to handle those weapons of yours. In these dangerous times, a big travel group offers the best protection, don't you think?
I don't know.
The orcs are still surging through the gate and over the wall.
We should go.
You decide that this isn't the right time for discussions.
All right then, let's go.
Let's get out of here. We'll be safe with the firstlings.
The firstlings. The splendor of their halls is said to be unrivaled. And I have heard they have fascinating contraptions, Fergus, that are almost reminiscent of magic.
It's open, let's go.
Ooh. Oh, good job. Good job. All right. We got quite the little party here. Quite the little party. We got food, we got money. We get these figurines, but I don't know where I can sell them. All right, everybody. That is where I'm going to end it for part 4. I think this is probably a pretty long one. Might be even an hour and a half. Hope you guys are enjoying this game as much as I am. There's a lot of twists and turns. So this game, I think I mentioned before, is based on the Dwarves, which is a novel that was written. It's actually more than one novel. It's like an epic tale. And I haven't read the books, but I did buy them just to enjoy them after I finished this playthrough. I kind of was like, I don't want to read the books because they might spoil the game for me, which is kind of weird because playing the game might spoil the books, but who knows. Thank you everybody for watching. This is Video Gaming Over 40, and we'll see you guys again next time.